Hi there, my name is Bob Abel and I'm going to give you a presentation on coaching. Coaching is the lifeblood of American corporate performance. Coaching enables the coachee to stay on track. It empowers the coachee to take risks and work outside of his comfort zone, and it provides the safety net necessary to prevent the coachee from not trying different approaches to a task. This is my visual aid for my presentation on coaching. Briefly, I will discuss the characteristics of a coach. A coach maintains confidentiality. It is of the utmost importance that the coach-coachee relationship is kept private. This is a close and personal relationship between individuals who have chosen to trust each other, depend upon each other, and work with each other. Excellent listening and responding skills. The coach, above all people, needs to be an active listener. He needs to lock in to the channel of the coachee with laser focus and resolve, hanging on every word that the coachee says. Non-judgmental. Above all things, a coach must be non-judgmental. The information that comes from the coachee should be treated in a neutral manner, and all prejudices and presuppositions should be thrown away. The coach must take the coachee's statement at face value and let the coachee's words speak for themselves. There is no place for hidden agendas here. Objective outlook. The coach must have the big picture. He must have the 50,000-foot viewpoint from where he can take all the factors involved in a coachee situation and use them for the coachee's benefit. Advises rather than tells. The coach is an advisor as well as a leader. It is important to bring the coachee along rather than to push him. Advice is much easier to be received than having something told to them. Finally, has the coachee's best interests at heart. There is no room for selfishness or selfish agendas in coaching. It is all about the coachee, period. The coach who has this perspective on love, the perspective to do the other good at even their own expense, is the coach who will excel in what he does. According to Wikipedia, coaching is a method of directing, instructing, and training a person or group of people with the aim to achieve some goals or develop specific skills. To define life coach is to describe someone who overflows with self-esteem and self-confidence and is in touch with themselves. A coach is someone who has resolved their issues and has mastered the holistic approach to living. A coach practices a moderate lifestyle, living an exemplary life, and serving as a role model. A life coach practices what he or she preaches. To define a coach is to describe someone who loves people and wants the best for others. They are selfless, knowledgeable, trained, intuitive, non-judgmental, objective, and offer a three-dimensional perspective to life and living. In starting coaching, the ideal candidate is someone who wants to go somewhere, has the desire to leave the status quo, advance to a new level, make some achievement, make some mark for themselves, pass a test, deal with a life change. These people are what we call ready. They're the ideal candidate for coaching. When you start coaching, it's important to define what you want to accomplish and how you want to accomplish it. It's very important to get this down in the beginning so that when you make your track, you're going in a straight line and in the most expedient line possible. What time do we have?
20:52. We have 1 more minute.
Okay. Well, the coaching process is the GEARIM model. It's a model that's been used many times in different situations, and it applies well to coaching. The first is to gather information, the G. Second is to establish goals and objectives. C, analyze the tasks involved. D, recommend an action plan. Implement the action plan, and monitor the action plan and modify it if necessary. This is a cycle. This is like a rotating circle. As you modify the plan, you gather more information, you establish new goals, analyze those tasks, and keep going through this process continually. this is my presentation on coaching, and at this point I will take some questions.
What are the primary characteristics of a coach?
The primary characteristics of a coach are dedication to the coaching profession. It's a love for what you do, it's a love for the people you do it with, and it's a dedication to what you are doing. So it's a passion for what you're doing with, it's compassion for the people, and it's a love for doing the task. So those three things must be in a coach's life. And one additional would be the ability to sacrifice and give for others.
Can anyone be a coach?
Absolutely not. You have to have special gifts and abilities to be a coach. The listening gifts, the identification gifts, the bonding gifts, the knowledge, the ability to train, the ability to handle failure as well as success, and people who aren't balanced don't do well in this business, and you'll find out by getting fired really quickly if you're not, almost born to be a coach.
Is coaching a difficult job?
Coaching is one of the most difficult jobs. It takes in all the aspects and senses and sensibilities and perceptics that people have. There are 52 of them, which I can't go into here, but it's taste and smell and sight and all the different things that happen, how you feel. All these things have to be involved in the coaching profession, and they're interactive between the coach and the coachee. Without this living organism, this living interaction, coaching process doesn't happen. All right, I thank you very much for your time, and again, this is Bob Abel, and it's my presentation on coaching.